Hey, what's up, guys? It's Boxing Guru, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, we all know the clock is ticking for Triple G and Danny Jacobs. We're waiting on them to announce that they signed the fight, and we got until the 19th of December until they come to an agreement or a purse bid will be announced. But taking in consideration that the purse bid will not be very enticing to Danny Jacobs, and I'm pretty sure the negotiations that are going through right now, whatever Triple G offered, is probably higher than the purse bid percentage that he will get. So if the purse bid is announced and they never come to a conclusion and they don't sign before the purse bid is announced, we could pretty much take it for granted that the fight is not gonna happen. We could pretty much expect Danny Jacobs to vacate his regular belt, and we won't get this fight. And this is bad because Triple G will have no time or very little time to negotiate a big, meaningful fight with anybody else. So he'll probably end up fighting a mandatory, a bomb like always. And a lot of people will critique that Triple G again, but in this case scenario, I've critiqued Triple G a lot of times, and you'll have to place the blame on Danny Jacobs if that scenario does take place. But let me explain to you why Danny Jacobs will accept the offer in the next couple of days. I mean, we got to put things in perspective, all right? Let's keep things realistic. What is Danny Jacobs really without his regular belt? What is he? I mean, let's be real here. If Danny Jacobs loses that regular belt, how marketable is he? You see what I'm saying? That regular belt is the only thing that keeps him relevant. Is the only thing that's making us talk about him fighting Triple G. And if he vacates that belt, he's not Canelo. He doesn't have a big name. If he vacates the belt in this fashion after, negotiating and renegotiating and extending the deadline and you're in the same weight class. Canelo's not in the same weight class. This is different. Even though he was fighting in that weight class technically, but in reality he was a 154-pound fighter. Now, he grew out of the division. But anyway, you have to look at it that way. Danny Jacobs is a middleweight. If he loses that belt, what is he gonna do? Move up to 168? Move up to 164? Move down to 154? What can he really do? He has nothing to do. He has no other option but to fight Triple G. You see what I'm saying? I have a little theory on what Danny Jacobs and his team are doing right now. They're trying to get as much money as they can from the fight without Triple G's team calling for a purse bid. But at the same time, they're also trying to do something else. They're trying to fuck with Triple G. See, now we know Triple G is in training right now. But supposedly Danny Jacobs, is doing light work, quote unquote light work in the gym. So what he's trying to do is buy more time. He's trying to really focus on that training camp and trying to catch Triple G slipping. Trying to catch him slipping in a way that gives him less time to prepare for a Danny Jacobs fight. You see what I'm saying? And I mean, it's smart. It's not illegal. So I don't want to hear no excuses if you lose, if you get knocked out. I don't want to hear no excuses while you're training. You lost fair and clean. You got more than enough time. You bought enough time. Danny Jacobs, I was really rooting for you when they were talking about this fight because you seemed like you really wanted that work. That really wanted to give Triple G that work. But now, I don't know what's going on. But, I think we're going to get the fight. So, it's whatever. This is Boxing Guru. Take the time to subscribe. I'm out.